Hi guys, good evening to all. Today we are going to look at the important terminologies which are used in banking. In exam point of view, which now come into now two more questions. The first term is now customer. Who are called as a customer? A person who has an account in a bank is considered its customer. Whoever now comes to the bank for a deposit or a lending for getting loans, those now people are called as now customer in the banking point of view. According to Sir John Paget's now view to constitute a customer, there must be some recognizable course or habit of dealing in the nature of a regular banking business. This other point of view, the customer has a done recognizable course of action with the bank. The next term is the debtor. When customer deposit money in his account, the bank becomes a debtor of the customer. The customer becomes a creditor to the bank. Whenever customer comes to the bank for the depositing their money, the time the bank acts as a debtor and a customer becomes a creditor. In case of any loan or advances account, the banker is the creditor and the customer is the debtor. It is vice versa about the point. This time the customer gets money from the bank. So customer is the debtor and the bank is the creditor. The next term is saving account. It's a kind of a demand deposit bank account open with the object of saving the money out of the earnings of the people. Bank account has two types. One is demand deposit and a term deposit. The saving account is a kind of a demand deposit. The main purpose of the saving account is now to increase the saving habit among the people. Usually the surplus money of the people deposits to the bank for the saving purpose. This type of account is opened by students, salary people, agriculturists, lower and the middle income groups. These people usually deal with this account. The next term is now minor. A person who is not 18 years of age is considered a minor and therefore is a special type of banking customer. Whoever are under the age of 18, they are considered as minor. In banking point of view, the banker looks at them as a special type one. A minor has to have a parent or guardian to help them open a bank account. Minor cannot open an account directly. For that purpose, the parent or guardian help them to open an account. Minor can borrow money, but most often need a co-signer such as a guardian or a parent. If a minor comes along with their parents or guardian, the banker gives the money and their deposited money. From their deposited money, a minor is most banks cannot be appointed as a trustee of any account. Here is a trustee means bank. The next term is a check. It is the most important term. In the banking point of view, as well as the customer point of view also. A check is a special type of bill of exchange. Check is a negotiable instrument and it comes in the special type which is drawn on a specified banker, expressed to be payable on only on demand. The check should be drawn on a specified banker, and the drawer instructs the bank to the payee to pay to the payee. This definition is used by the Section 6 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. Although a check is a bill of exchange, it is have two additional characteristics. It is not different from bill of exchange if we look at the two additional characteristics. A check is always drawn in a specific banker with whom the drawer has deposited the money. Check is given to the banker the banker need to pay to the payee from the drawer deposited money. It is always payable on demand of a drawer. All checks are bills of exchange, but all bills of exchange are not checks. We can consider all checks are bill of exchange, but we cannot consider as all bills of exchange are not checks. The next term is crossing or crossed check. You might have observed that to transfer to parallel lines at the top left corner of some checks, which may or may not have the words "ANCO" account payee are non-negotiable. Such checks are regarded as crossed checks. If you look at the face of the check you can look at the two parallel lines on the left side at the top side of the left corner. Into the parallel lines some words are written as "ANCO" and the account payee are non-negotiable. Or some crossed checks without words also. Such checks are regarded as crossed checks. The amount on such check is credited to the account of the payee. This is the most important point in case of a crossed check. The amount should be credited to the payee account, not to hand over to the payee. It's the most important one. The next term is endorsement. It means the signature of the maker or drawer or a holder of a negotiable instrument, especially in check, either with or without writing for the purpose of negotiation. Negotiation means that the transfer the check from one person to another. The endorsement is done by the payee or endorsee. Payee is all sometimes called as endorsee. As the case may be by signing on the instrument customarily on its back of the check, and where the space is insufficient on a slip of paper annexed that is called alanki. The payee is assigned on the back of the check for the purpose of endorsement. If the space is not sufficient in the back of the check, A slip of paper is attached to the check. It's called as alangi. The next term is the dishonor. A check is to be dishonored when it is refused to accept or pay when presented to the bank. Banker refuses not to pay the presented check of the payee because it has some material alterations or not in the proper form. That time the check is dishonored. Check will be dishonored. It is a condition in which the paying banker does not pay the amount of the check to the payee. If the banker has found any fault in the check, that time the banker refuses to pay. It's called as dishonor. Thank you. We will see you again with another session. Until then, stay tuned, stay blessed. Bye.